Atlanta, Georgia, here is Mike Dixon. His opponent in the blue corner is wearing black trunks trimmed in red. He weighs in at an even 233 pounds. His professional record, 20 wins without a loss, 17 via the knockout route. From London, England, he is rated in the top 10 by every boxing organization in the world. Here is Lennox Lewis. 10 rounds, Rudy Battle, your referee.
Okay, gentlemen, I've given you both your pre-fight instructions. I expect a clean break at all times. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Good luck to both of you. Let's touch gloves. Touch up. All right. Okay, let's clear the ring.
And that is the big question tonight. Is Lennox Lewis looking ahead to Razor Ruddock? Can Mike Dixon sneak in and pull off a major upset in this 10-round fight? Only the 5th fight in the United States for Lennox Lewis. Great size, 6'4½" and 233 pounds. Stinging left jab, and he's letting it go early against the smaller Mike Dixon.
And he said that was his fight plan. He was going to work off that left jab. One thing that Pepe Correa, one of the best trainers in boxing, has done for Lennox is he's shown him the importance of that left jab.
Well, Lewis has come over here to the United States now, Washington, D.C. area, under Pepe Correa. Of course, handles Sugar Ray Leonard. And even Lewis says he's still in the learning process, that Correa is doing a lot of teaching. This thing could go quickly as Lewis is really pounding away on the smaller Dixon, who knows he's got to get inside that reach. But Lewis is talking about broadening his style. He wants to get a little more mobile. Earlier said he felt robotic in the ring. Now a little more relaxed, a little fluid, but he's in a situation too. Only 20 fights. The question, is he ready to step in against a Razor Ruddock? This is probably his last fight before that, and you wonder how much of a test he's going to get from Mike Dixon, because he's still learning. And it's only a couple of months away before the fight with Ruddock.
The problem is you never know until you actually do it. You never know if you can be a champion until you go out and do it. You never know if you can step up in competition until you're thrown in there. Lennox Lewis has certainly spent his time learning the schooling of boxing, learning the game. With great trainers like Correa, he's been able to learn how to fight. And now it's time for him to step up.
Well, it is Lewis looking for his 5th first-round knockout. Dixon already has 5, and surprisingly, Dixon says his big problem is he's a slow starter. Slow starter, but he has 5 first-round knockouts.
If he's not careful, he's going to be a fast finisher.
Well, he was a very slow starter against Selden last month. Matter of fact, he was down. Dixon was in the first round and came back to fight 10 rounds. And Dixon is just standing right in front of Lennox Lewis. There's no movement on Dixon's part. He right now is a standing target, and he's being measured by Lewis.
That was a big wake-up call for him in the Selden fight, and hopefully in this fight, that'll be a wake-up call. He had his mouth open, and he got hit right on the side of the jaw. And Dixon must start throwing punches. Right here, Lewis is just clobbering him.
Or he must move. How does he even think of getting out of this one?
You know, one thing about Lennox Lewis, he has the power. We know most of the heavyweights have a lot of power. So Dixon trying to prove that Lennox doesn't have the power is the wrong thing to do.
Dixon will be very happy to get out of the first round. He is not, as you can see, a fast starter.
Yeah, it's fine. But you know what I want to be back in here?
The best punch in that opening round was this overhand right by Lennox Lewis. Leaving himself open after that hook is Dixon, and right over the top. Bing. Good overhand right. A little bit later, watch for the double right hand. The right hand of the body and then the uppercut. In that first round, it was all Lennox Lewis. Dixon did nothing. You know, Dixon looks like he's not even into this fight. Mentally, he looks like his thoughts are somewhere else.
All you got to do is get busy, all right? He's no killer, man, all right?
It's Mike Dixon, or the Duke, and he lets everybody know his nickname. Kind of tough if he fought Tommy Morrison. Kind of confuse us all, wouldn't he?
The Duke against the Duke. He almost got duped in that first round.
Well, right now, the Duke looking more like the Duchess after 3 rounds, and he even heard it from his corner. Said, you got to start fighting. Mike Dixon just standing in front of Lennox Lewis, a human punching bag for the first round. We see a little more shoulder and head movement here. Dixon won 10 of his first 11 fights, all 10 by knockout. His only defeat at the hands of the veteran Elijah Tillery. Since that time, Dixon has lost 4 in a row, all distance fights. And the last one was July 9th, 10-round loss to Bruce Seldon. The biggest win for Dixon last June when he stopped Tim Bullock in the 5th. That was his biggest win, and it was his last win. Lennox Lewis is on a mission. He is trying to become the first British-born heavyweight champion since Bob Fitzsimmons. And that goes back nearly a century, 1897, when Bob Fitzsimmons was the heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, what was it like back then, Al? What was the boxing like back then?
I'll put a call into my brother Marv and find out.
Oh, good right hand. The overhand right is the best punch that Lennox Lewis possesses. Mike Dixon can attest to that. Dixon, they want him between rounds. They told him, you just got to get busy. You got to start throwing punches. You saw two different fighters in that opening round from Lewis. First of all, he started boxing cautiously, carefully around Dixon. Then when he saw that Dixon wasn't going to do anything in that opening round, he moved in, started becoming aggressive. One of the things that Korea has tried to change in the corner of Lewis is try to get him to take his time, to pace himself a little bit.
Lennox Lewis was born in London's East End. He moved to Canada with his Jamaican-born parents when he was 12 years old. Made his first Olympic appearance representing Canada in 1984, and he was stopped by Tyrell Biggs, guy that Lewis recently came back and knocked out in the 3rd round. But the gold medal was his in 1988 in Seoul, the super heavyweight competition, when he stopped Riddick Bowe in 2 rounds. But turning pro, Lennox Lewis then went back to where he was born in London. Said he wanted to turn pro there. He felt he was the best amateur, but not the best professional, and he wanted to start there, have the whole country behind him. Of a la Frank Bruno. I asked him if he'd ever fight if Frank Bruno's making a comeback now, and he said no. No-win situation. It's like Larry Holmes fighting Muhammad Ali. Holmes could not win. Let's pause now for these words from our local cable systems. Al Albert with Sean O'Grady and Razor Ruddock. Razor is the dapper one that we're watching on right now as Lennox Lewis steps in the ring against Mike Dixon for round number 3. And Razor, you would think that Lennox Lewis would be fighting opponents that kind of simulated your style. To this point, Mike Dixon doesn't look very much like Razor Ruddock.
No, but you know, you don't want to take any chances prior to our fight. You know, I think this would be a warm-up fight for Lennox Lewis, so I can understand it.
You getting anything from the first couple of rounds? I'm sure you're feverishly writing down some notes.
Well, I'm not really writing down some notes. I'm just watching him and rekindling my memories I have of Lennox Lewis.
What are your thoughts so far after 2 rounds? He's basically going in against a human punching bag.
Well, you know, Lennox is doing what he has to do to win this fight. He's boxing and moving, and he's not taking any chances, and he's hitting the guy with some beautiful shots. But apparently the guy is a very tough guy, and he's not going down.
How has he changed as a pro in 20 pro fights?
Well, it's hard for me to see him with just one fight and judge him, you know, so it's kind of hard for me.
Is this the first time that you've seen Lennox?
As a pro, I saw him one other time, but I didn't see the whole fight entirely. So I just came to make sure it's the same guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy? Does he look the same?
Yeah.
It is Lennox Lewis.
Oh, definitely.
Now, you've seen him hit Mike Dixon with a lot of punches. Any reason in your mind that he's not putting Dixon out?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's hard for me to say, but he's hitting with some very clean shot. The guy probably have a very good chin, and we don't know it. You can't take anyone lightly when you walk into the heavyweight division. So Mike Dixon is in there and holding his own.
Where do you think Lennox Lewis will be vulnerable to Razor Ruddock?
I think everybody's vulnerable to Razor Ruddock.
Even Sean O'Grady?
No, Sean.
No, but
I don't sign the contract.
But are there any areas in which he may be more vulnerable?
When he's going backwards, I have to keep him going backwards. Because I realize that he's he punches when he's offensively fighting on the offense, he's punching. But I have to keep him going backwards.
And we know that you have a big, powerful left hook. Is there anything that you look for in your opponents to say, hey, they're susceptible to that left hook?
Yeah, definitely. He's dropping his right hand, and I'm looking for that. And when we're in the close, if he's pulling back with his right hand down, that's when I'm probably going to leap him with the left hook and caught him.
Now, he does have an excellent jab. That, in the past, sometimes has given Razor Ruddock a little bit of trouble. Do you think that could be any trouble for you?
I don't think so, because I also have an equally good right hand jab too. Here he is doing a number on
All right, we're coming to the end of round number 3. Al Albert, Sean O'Grady, and Razor Ruddock.
Round 4.
Ringside at Harrah's in Atlantic City. Al Albert with Sean O'Grady, and also joining us ringside, Razor Ruddock looking on at Lennox Lewis, who he'll be facing October 31st with the winner to go on to meet the winner of Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield. And there goes Dixon sliding here in the 4th.
Big right hands, you know. Dixon's just getting cleaned out here.
Yeah, he's covering up, and I think he's ready to go. I think he's ready to go now.
Did the referee stop this?
No.
Well, he did stop it.
I think it's time for him to stop it now.
You know what? Dixon's not even in this fight. It's silly for this fight to go on. You're right. Although, I know Rudy Battle is on top of the action. He's saying, do you want to be in this? I think I give him one more chance.
I think he should be stopping it now.
Right.
Because he's going to just get hurt.
That's all.
Dixon does not go down, but that is it. Rudy Battle has waved it off. Dixon saying why.
Good boxing ability, Lennox. Can't take away anything from him.
He's a good fighter. You're talking about Lennox.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lennox is a good fighter. Dixon did not even want to be in this fight. Slumping down in his stool, he did not even care to be in this.
No.
And it was a good call by Battle. Time to stop the fight. I hadn't given a round to Dixon. All of them to Lennox Lewis. Good fighter.
Yeah. Can't take anything away from that now.
Here is a look right at the end. The pounding continues, and here is Lennox Lewis unloading the right hand. Lennox has good power in the right. He's got a good left jab. Almost visiting the canvas is Mike Dixon, the Duke, and Rudy Battle says that's enough.
I think that was a good stoppage, Sean. I think he was ready to go. He was going to get hurt if it went on any longer.
Right.
I think the referee stopped it appropriately.
And what do you think about Lennox Lewis?
I think he's a good boxer. I can't take anything away from Lennox Lewis. He think he's graduated now to fight in the #1 contender, and I figure I'm going to oblige him on that. I'm going to let him see where he's at right now.
Now, he really has not faced a fighter in the top 10. He's not faced one of the good fighters in boxing yet. Do you think that's going to make a difference when you two fight?
I think so. I really think so. I really think so, because the experiences have so much in the fight, especially when you don't fight a big caliber fighter like a Razor Ruddock. I had to go through 2 Tyson fights, even right in the Windows fight. They gave me a lot of experience, and I know what it does for me. So I figure that if he is the same person.
All right, Razor Ruddock, thanks for joining us. Best of luck against this man coming up October 31st. You don't appear to be shaking in your boots sitting between Sean O'Grady and myself, but it'll be Lennox Lewis eye to eye with Razor Ruddock on Halloween night. That is next up. So Lennox Lewis able to get by in this tune-up, winning in the 4th round. We'll be talking to Lennox Lewis when we return. And there's the winner in the 4th round. Lennox Lewis methodically takes out Mike Dixon in this fight, and he advances his record to 21 wins in 21 fights. And